Good afternoon, TV land. My name is John Porter, and I'm your host again for another episode of Information Now. That's right, we give you the information now. And today we have with us Miss Nita Marchant. Nita Marchant brings with her a wealth of knowledge and information and strategic solutions that can benefit your organization, business, or corporation. Nita, how are you today?
I'm terrific, John. Thank you.
Good to have you here. We've been trying to get our schedules coordinated for at least close to 18 to 20 months.
Yes.
Finally, you are here, so we're excited. Nita, start our audience off slow with just talking a little bit about who you are and how you developed.
Well, I thank you for pronouncing my name right, Nita Marchant. I am the founder of the Small Business and Nonprofit Development Group. That group has been around for it's a pilot project that's been around for about almost 2 years. I'm also the founder of Strategic Solutions Network, Inc. Now let me tell you a little bit about both organizations. Okay. Strategic Solutions Network, Inc., acronym is SSN. It's a capacity building organization for small businesses and nonprofit organizations. We work with startups. We work with those that are intermediate and have been around for a while and that may want to take their business to the next level. And those are the two main groups we work with in the grassroots community. And we offer three things: capacity building, where we work with you in board development, fund development, strategic planning. The second area is program development. Now, in program development, we're talking about evidence-based programs that will position your organization to secure funding. So it's based on evidence that this particular type of program would work for your target community. Let's say, for instance, substance abuse counseling. If you had a substance abuse counseling program, we would give you some guidance and information on how to structure that program so that it hits the mark, that it helps the individuals to recover in a way that it's more fun and relaxing and more customized. So that's what we mean by program development, customized and evidence-based. The third area is staff training, management staff training, where we work with the management staff on how to do customer service, how to deal with human resources, and how to deal with troubleshooting in terms of what's going on with their staff and how to help them to grow.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's you've got an arsenal of services that you're offering, Nita.
Yes.
I know that your organization also has given some very stellar events. One of which was at Chicago State earlier in the year, and one I believe at the South Loop Hotel. And
Correct.
Those provided business owners and others the opportunity to really be showcased and to know who's doing what in Chicago. Now, what exactly is the name of the business entity that develops businesses? I know you have two businesses that you just mentioned. Can you elaborate a little bit for our viewer audience?
Well, Strategic Solutions Network, Inc. develops businesses. The Small Business and Nonprofit Development Groups supports the development of businesses. The difference is one is a for-profit organization and the other is a nonprofit organization. But my passion is the Small Business and Nonprofit Development Group. And the reason it's my passion is because while I was working in the community identifying potential clients and customers that may be in need of our services, we found a lot of talented people out there. They had skills, they had knowledge, they had experience, but they had no funds to get that idea off the ground or to take their business to the next level. So that became a problem to me. And especially with the recession, people were out of jobs and they were out of work. And so it became my passion to support that population in getting those ideas off the ground. So what did we do? We developed workshops, training workshops, mentoring workshops, where they can come to us. We bring in special credentialed people to come and educate them on different topics, like business planning, like marketing, like community service, anything that would help to adjust and tweak the organization so that they can demonstrate that they have an idea that can work.
Wow.
And the other thing, I brought in people that were credentialed and that had already experienced a certain level of success to come in and mentor and show an example or be a role model of success for these entrepreneurs. And it's become very popular because the idea is what can we do as a community to support job development in the community? So that's the biggest thing. And then how can we help to fund those community enterprises? You see, what sets us apart from what's out there already is the fund development piece.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of free training programs, small business and nonprofit development programs, but they offer very little assistance when it comes to financing those businesses. A lot of these businesses don't qualify for traditional loans. So what do? If you've got a great idea that fills a gap in the community, and you've got experience and a qualified team of people ready to launch that idea, and you don't have the financing, what do? I mean, there's a service that can fill a gap. That's where the SBND group comes in. It's a self-help initiative that's designed to help develop financing for these entrepreneurs, both for-profits and nonprofits.
Wow. Again, wow. My name is John Porter, and I'm your host for Information Now. And we have with us today Ms. Nita Marchant, and she's delivering a message about small business workshops, development, strategic solutions, and an arsenal of things that she provides. Tell us a little bit about what separates your organization from other organizations, because I really don't know but one or two other organizations that are really targeting the way that you're doing it. And I want you to kind of elaborate on that for me.
Okay, the SBND, that's the acronym for SSN, Small Business and Nonprofit Development Group. We have modeled our program after many free services that are currently in existence. You got the Illinois Small Business and Small Business Development Centers. You've got SCORE, and you've got this program that was financed by an organization called Goldman Sachs. Have you heard of the Goldman Sachs? 10,000 small businesses that are being financed or educated to help them to grow. Mm-hmm. So we model our program after that. Now, those programs offer the technical expertise, they offer the mentoring, they offer the education, they talk about business planning and strategies. They do all those things. And but what they don't do is the financial piece. What they do is offer financing in terms of small micro loans. They can offer you a loan and put you in touch with people that can possibly give you a loan to get your business started. But what if you don't qualify for a loan?
Right.
What if because of the recession you spend all of your resources and you're now pretty much at the bottom of the barrel and you don't have any collateral? What do you do then? Just let a great idea just go to waste? An idea that could possibly solve a problem in the community at a good rate, a good quality service? So that's where SBND comes in. We work with the population and say, work with us, gain the expertise and the knowledge, the strategies, and have a solid plan and idea. And then also work with us to develop initiatives to secure financing, grant in the form of grants. We can host events. We can provide referral services for the businesses that are a part of our group. We become creative in creating a platform that would raise funds, that would actually create financing for the members of the group.
Very good, very good. Now, what is the ultimate goal of your organization outside of a lot of services that you mentioned? What are your constituents saying? I met a couple of people who are saying great and wonderful things, but I want to hear from you. What are people saying about what you're doing?
Well, they're excited about the possibilities. It's a startup pilot project, but the concept itself is so attractive that we've literally attracted kings and queens to come off of their throne into the community just to see what we're doing. See what kings when I say kings and queens, I'm talking about people that are very well established in business.
Certainly.
I'm talking about people like Stephanie Lilly, who's the treasurer of the city of Chicago, and we're talking about institutions like the University of Chicago's Institute of Justice in Entrepreneurialism. People who have established themselves and anchored themselves as experts in an industry. They have literally come to our community, come to our workshops, and offered and extended their support to mentoring and educating our members. They're excited about it because I think one of the things is that it attracts people is that we're talking about self-help. We're not asking for a handout. We're putting our brains together, collaborating, exchanging information, referring business to one another, and then we're also creating events and activities that can generate revenue.
That's right.
And so generate revenue that will bring visibility to those who sponsor the group, bring visibility to sponsors and partners who come to work with us as well. By visibility, I mean in exchange for a person or an organization investing in this group, in our entrepreneurs, they will then be highlighted as somebody that's making a difference in terms of contributing to the economic turnaround in communities that need it most. We're talking about ideas that create jobs.
Gotcha.
And so I'm talking about Fortune 500 companies. We spend a lot of money buying cell phones, buying all kind of trinkets and things that are making corporate America even bigger. The Fortune 500 companies bigger. But how much money are they investing into the community of those who are buying those trinkets and gadgets and things like that?
Hold that thought, Nita. Again, I'm John Porter with Information Now. We're here with Nita Marchant. She'll be right back after these words.
You are so natural.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Ativa and the students in Chicago make it through by visiting boostup.org.
I wouldn't have been at this ceremony if I hadn't been at this ceremony first. Unfortunately, nearly 30% of U.S. high school students aren't making it to graduation. And every one of us, every parent, every friend, and neighbor, has the responsibility to provide the support and encouragement they need to make it through. Because we all need to see a lot more of these pictures.
We're back. I'm John Porter, your host with Information Now. And again, we're speaking with Miss Nita Marchant. Nita is giving us a lot of information. For those of you out there listening, looking, viewing, and really thinking about your business, thinking about growing your business, thinking about your friend's business, thinking about how you can secure yourself, you're tuned into the right channel. Nita, we were just talking about certain features of what it takes to get to that next level in business. Nita, through your organization, I know a couple of people in your organization who are really doing great things. And I want to thank you for introducing me to other like-minded people. Tell us a little bit about the future of your organization and what plans you have and things that you have on the market.
What we plan to do, John, is continue to build on the momentum that we've started. What we plan to do is get more in-depth training and education for the entrepreneurs, the same as the Goldman Sachs program that they have at the city colleges or the Illinois Small Business Development Centers in SCORE. We're going to continue to model training and educating the entrepreneurs so that they can have a solid strategy that can deliver a service or product. It's with statistics that say yes, this particular model will work. We'll continue to build that solid base. Then we'll also work with the entrepreneurs to begin getting used to doing business in the community, doing business with each other. So we'll have a referral service within the group. So if there's a job, an opportunity that comes up that one of our members can supply, then the first people that we go to are the people within our group, or within our circle, as you say. Mm-hmm. The third thing is that we're going to begin to encourage organizations and Fortune 500 companies and primarily philanthropists to spend more time investing in community enterprise development, invest in the success of community enterprises. Let me give you an example. With the 10,000 Small Businesses program that was initiated by Goldman Sachs, that the financial institution, and it's now being run through the city colleges. The criteria for entering that program is, number one, you would have had to been in business for at least 2 years. Another thing is that you would have to have generated at least $150,000 to $4 million in revenue. And there's some other things too that you would have to, and you'd have to demonstrate that you're seriously committed to growing your company or your concept. And these are all for-profit concepts. Now, what does it take to get to $150,000 in generating revenue? Some of the members of our group have reached that plateau. But because of the recession, they took a plunge because they didn't have a B plan, they didn't have a solid strategy that assisted them in understanding the cycles of business and how to get around or how to continue to flow even when the cycle is in a downturn. Mm-hmm. So what we want to do is position our entrepreneurs and nonprofit organizations to bridge the gap between where they are and that $150,000 annual revenue. Once we get them to the point where they can generate that type of revenue, then we'll pass them over to the next program that can take them to the next level of business growth and development. We intend to collaborate with the entities that are already out there and also do something in the now to help them to generate revenue and support.
Very good. Well, now, what is your capacity as a business builder? Are there any constraints that you're faced with, or can you handle 200 new businesses? Can you handle 2,000? What is the capacity for your organization?
At this point, we are prepared to bring in probably about 50. Okay. 50 to start with. We started out with 10.
Right.
We've grown. We've got about, I'd say we have about 50 people that are waiting to get in, to learn more about us and to become a part of it. So we're still structuring, we're still developing, we're still learning how to position the group so that it has the greatest impact and support to its members. We want to have a unique competitive edge that sets us apart from everybody else, but in a manner that's going to make a significant difference to the entrepreneurs that we're working on. Let me give you an example. I have a young lady who is in the insurance business, and she's also done some real estate brokerage. Mm-hmm. When the recession hit, she began to crash. Now, this young lady was making 6 figures or more annually through her business. She's very good. She's got a good personality. She knows how to sell and so forth. So now she's at the position where she's exhausted her resources, and she needs just a little seed money to get her out of the slump so that she can begin to generate revenue again. So our goal is to create platforms where that revenue can be generated. We create a platform that gives a sponsor or a Fortune 500 company or an organization that wants to expand their market base an opportunity to come into the community and sell their services or products directly to our constituents. We want to give them visibility for supporting the turnaround in communities and give them a service or a service that makes it more attractive for them to invest in the community. And with those funds that we collect through these events and programs that we develop, then we will put aside a trust fund for reserved for entrepreneurs that need seed money. Now, of course, they'll have to meet a certain criteria too in order to qualify for a grant. But again, the idea is to make it reachable, make it attainable, for them to secure the resources and seed money that they need to deal with a crisis, for instance. So the example I gave you just then was a young lady that needs about $5,000. $5,000. That's not a lot of money. So events attract millions of dollars. They do conventions. They do entertainment events. Different events that bring multitudes of people together, either to have fun or to grow an understanding of business. There are a number of things, events and programs that we can plan that can generate that revenue. And then we reserve, of course, there's a certain portion of it needs to be reserved for administration, but it doesn't have to be that exorbitant till, the funds, because we want 75 to 80% of the funds to go back to the entrepreneur.
Got you.
And so that we can be in a position they can then be in a position to hire somebody like a SSN to do other things for them, or a marketing strategist, or other types of programs that they may need. They will then be in a position to buy it. Like if they need branding, for instance, they don't have money this young lady doesn't have money to change her image and brand her idea. She's got a unique product or service, but no branding. So that it costs money. So if we do events and the entrepreneurs are actually participating in the process of creating these events, they do volunteer services to support events and programs, then the funds are generated and then dispersed to its members population. To those who are active members are maintaining a level of activity.
Good. Well, Nita, we really appreciate you taking time out to come and inform and educate our viewing audience about all the great things you guys are doing and are going to do. Again, we want to make sure that you come back. Will you come back and talk to us?
Sure, I will.
Wonderful. Can you leave our audience with some words of motivation, inspiration, and communication?
The best motivation I have for entrepreneurs and for anyone that's going through a crisis is to begin to imagine yourself out of it. Think possibilities. If we get caught up in the problem, then 9 times out of 10 we'll become a magnet to more of the same problem. So you want to begin to practice meditating, reading inspirational materials, to begin to think possibilities, think outside.
Very good. And again, I'm John Porter, your host with Information Now, and we're here today with Nita Marchant. And as we always say at every episode, it's the squeaky wheel that gets the oil. So make some noise, everyone. See you next time.